Welcome to Spillin Sweet Tea, the podcast that pours out a little bit of good happening all around us. I'm your host, Morgan Robinson, and today I am joined by someone I've known a very long time, which are my favorite guests, but y'all know that means this conversation is going to completely derail, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
It's going to be good.
When we have lunch together, it's like 2 hours, so...
minimum
2 hours.
Yeah.
So I have Dr. Adam Stollings with me, which is... I mean, you worked really hard for that title.
I don't really tell most people about it, but yeah, I mean, it was a couple years of life that I would.
You don't want to do it again?
I don't ever want to do it again. I'm completely done, and I'm glad that I did it. But
what's your PhD in?
It's business administration with an emphasis in marketing.
Ooh, yeah. So Dr. Stollings is joining us today. Now, Adam is such a wonderful friend. We have known each other since you were a Vista, working for Charleston Main Streets at the time, now Charleston Urban Works, which somehow I'm still a member of the board of directors of.
I was a 22-year-old pup back then.
You were a baby.
I was.
Oh my gosh, you were so young. And then we had even younger people too. Like that was also the crazy part, and you were like the veteran at that point.
I know. I was so used to being the youngest person in the room always at Main Street, and now I'm kind of in the positions where I'm like, I'm not the youngest guy anymore. I was like, oh,
I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm like, now I'm like looking at people that I'm like, now you're a baby.
Yes, you're a baby.
I was like, what's this?
It's always so weird to like finally be the adult. You're like, where's an adult? And you're like, oh, God, it's me.
Internally though, I'm just like, I'm still that kid.
Oh, me too. I'm 7 years old.
I'm just like, I just want to have fun.
Yeah, exactly. Which is part of what you do, right? You work for USDA.
Absolutely.
You do a lot of really fun things. I never really understood your job. Because you're like a wish granter in a lot of ways. I feel like you help so many communities, especially rural areas, with making these projects come to life and helping them to navigate funding.
Yeah.
And you're like a little genie.
Yeah, I say I have like the best job ever. It's like total dream job for me.
Yeah.
It's like, so, I'll go to a community and like they don't even know what they really need or want. I'm like, let's figure that out.
Yeah, let's work together.
Yeah. And so it's like so fulfilling to, at the end of the day, you get to see those projects come to fruition.
Yeah.
And like, it could be like the smallest thing, but to them, it's huge.
It's huge.
And it's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's so awesome. And you've done so much for especially tourism and economic development in these communities that are very rural, and you think, okay, what are we really going to highlight? But they have such great stories that you help them tell in a lot of different ways. And that's sort of what you did even as a Vista with telling the stories of East and West Side of Charleston. So now it's just even on a bigger scale, which is really exciting.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of the continuation of the things that I did at Main Street. And you trying to think back 12 years, and it's just like when I got out of college, I'm like, I don't really know what I want to do.
Yeah,
but, coming to find out through that community development space, like that's something that was really cool and I really enjoyed.
It is, yeah.
And now just taking it to the kind of the next level and doing it not just from a district in a city, but like actual whole communities.
Whole communities, yeah. We'll get to the questions in just a second, but remind me, what region, what counties do you have?
I cover the kind of the southwestern portion of the state, so I cover Logan, Lincoln, Mingo, Boone, and Wayne counties. So
nice.
The areas I grew up in.
The areas you grew up in, the place that everyone has the same accent that you do.
Exactly, and so
the place that my Kentucky can come out.
Exactly, and so like. The best thing is, like, when we were starting this job, like, we had to go to all these different meetings and have all these, like, personal conversations, and they're like, wait, where are you from? It's like, I'm from Logan County. Like, oh, you're one of us.
You're one of us.
It's like instantly accepted.
Yeah. No work needed. You hear me, you see me, you love me.
Exactly.
I love that. No, that's great. So beyond all that, what is bringing you joy right now?
Ooh, bringing me joy. Honestly, I do find a lot of joy in my job just because, like what we said, is I get to make a difference.
Yeah.
It's fulfilling to me to be in the communities, like lesser served areas, especially the ones where I grew up, where you see a lot of the decline. Mm-hmm. You get to see, once, dominant coal areas, and like that was such a large part of my family.
Yeah.
And then just seeing kind of how they've kind of went away, and there's not a lot of businesses there, and just really being a part of helping them come back from that.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I find a lot of joy in teaching my youth group on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And kids are so fun, and you never really know what they're going to say. They'll come in and tell you about their latest relationship. And, I'm like, oh, it's like getting serious.
Getting pretty
serious. Or they'll just tell you something that'll just cut you deep, and I'm just like, I'll remember this when we're playing kickball later.
You're such a baller though. Like I'm like looking at my questions. So if y'all don't know, I have like a little cheat sheet over here. I'm trying to think of the best time to bring up basketball. But I'll wait because I think it's still coming. But how old are your youth group kids?
Oh, I got them all like from as young as kindergarten up to like some are early high school age now.
So that is a spread.
Yeah.
Really anything could happen.
Oh yeah, no, it's gosh. Like because some of the older ones are getting a little bolder and they're trying to challenge you now.
Yeah.
I'm like, sit down.
Know your place. I love that. What is the moment that's moved you over the past year?
I would probably have to go to the youth group, and then one of the kids one day, I don't know, just was having it was an okay day, but they came up to you and God just gave me a hug at the end of the day, a little dude, and he said, "I really enjoy coming here," and I'm like, oh, thanks.
I mean, it's volunteering, right? Like every Wednesday you're there, your own free time.
And then sometimes you're just like, gosh, these kids are getting nothing out of being here.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, well, at least you enjoy coming.
At least,
at the very least.
Right.
I don't know. That's a great question because I don't really think I'm not the most sentimental person, so I don't really.
I never knew.
Really.
If Adam says something good about me, I like screenshot it. I send it to like 10 other people for proof.
Yeah, but I always tell you with the emojis.
I know, and I'm like, too late.
We have appearances to keep up here.
Yeah, I know. I'm not your favorite Robinson. That's okay.
It's true. Yeah, he's behind the camera.
This is true. He is. He's hanging out back there. What is the best advice that you've received?
Best advice. I would say two things. And it's one that I try to reflect on today as I'm out, speaking to anyone in the community. My mom, when I was probably in middle school, high school, she said, treat everyone the same. Don't ever think that you're better than anyone or anyone's different than you. Mm-hmm. And I think that's probably how, in a lot of ways, I'm kind of adaptable. I feel like I can get along with anyone. Yeah. We're all humans, mm-hmm. and we just got to share we can always share something that's going on in our lives with that other person. So that's one thing. And then as far as like a work piece of advice that I've gotten, and I remember this actually was probably when I was at Vista. Oh. And, really kind of, I'd had one job prior to that, and then just going into the Main Street world, and Elisa Bailey was one of my mentors.
Spitfire, I love her.
And, I had interned there during grad school, and so I'd gotten to know Elisa quite a bit. And I there was something that I was dealing with at the time, and I went over and I was talking to her, and she's like, Adam, she's like, I get it. But she said, sometimes you're just going to have to deal with some stuff. She didn't say stuff, but so you got to deal with some stuff and you just got to get through it.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's a lot of life. And I'm like, I think back now and I'm just like, man, she was right. And it's like everything just kind of rolls off the shoulders now.
It does,
it's like, oh, next thing. All right, who really cares?
Who's gonna? Just move on down the road. Yeah. Get through. Eat the frog. That's what I say. Because Emily Bennington said that once, and she was talking about it like if you have a to-do list. Choose to do the thing you want to do least first, and then everything else is like money after that. Like it's so much easier.
Yeah,
but if
get
you
it
just
over with.
If you just like keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and you're like, oh well, didn't get it done today. I'll do it tomorrow. So she called it eating the frog. She's like, it's disgusting, but everything's gonna taste even better after you eat that frog.
I guess that's true. I've never heard that. But,
yeah, I think about it all the time because I'm really bad about doing that. About like, okay, that is the thing, and I'll just keep putting it off until it becomes like an issue.
Yeah, I was like the type of person who always like, I'm just gonna get this out of the way, and once it's done, it's done.
It's done.
Right? So,
yeah, I need a little bit more of that in my life. So your hometown is?
It's Chapmanville, West Virginia.
Chapmanville, West Virginia. If you could bottle a piece of your hometown and share it with the world, what would you want people to take away from Chapmanville?
I would say probably that rural pride.
Yeah.
And it's a blessing and a curse, right?
100%, yeah.
You're very proud of where you're from, and sure enough, somebody says something, you're gonna let them know it. But it's also just like you know everyone, and like, hey, I know Bill. Like I need Bill, and he's gonna help us through it.
You got a guy for everything.
And I think that's honestly in life, that's something that I've learned. That no matter what situation, like, you might not know how to do something, but there's somebody that can, and most of the time, having that attitude has kind of got me through a lot of situations.
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody likes to feel needed and important. So when you ask somebody for their help or their advice or to teach you how to do something, that's like the ultimate compliment,
Absolutely.
in my opinion. Also, in a small town, that like level of like knowing everyone and familiar, that's such security. It's like wearing a security blanket all the time when you live in a small town.
It's like a little comforting hug.
It is, because you know that someone's going to be there to help you, to support you if you have a challenge. You have people to turn to. That's what I think people don't understand. Like, why don't people leave their small towns? Well, it's safe, it feels comfortable.
I get asked all the time, like, hey, why are you still there? I'm like, it's comforting. Like, it's home, and it's just, there's nothing I would change from just being out there, having the freedom, and just feels great.
Yeah.
So
not everybody needs to live in a big city.
No.
Yeah.
And I remember coming to Charleston and working, I'm like, Charleston is my big city now.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. It is. It's so funny. I mean, it is a big city for a lot of people, especially with a lot of the one-way roads. That really screws people up. I don't like those.
They do not. Trust me. Like, my family will come and like, I don't know how to drive down these roads. Like, well, that's pretty simple. Here, let's just go this way and go this way and go this way. And they're like,
I'm like, one more time? You're driving. What are you unapologetically passionate about?
I'll probably say my faith.
Yeah.
I referenced it with the youth group earlier, but it's one of those, like, I found my faith pretty early in life. I think I was 19, and just a lot of maturing there along with that. And then, as you're in your 20s and trying to not just grow as a human, but grow spiritually.
Yeah.
It's a tough thing, but now it's something that I always try to make sure that it's an outward thing. Like, people know me, and they know that I am a Christian person. That, like, I want those two things to be blended, right?
Right.
Like, I don't want them, and I also don't want to give a bad representation.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want them to see me and be like, I don't ever want to go to church if that's how he is.
Acts,
I don't want. He's sucking on lemons all the time. So I definitely, that's probably something that, I'm definitely unapologetic about. And every part of my life, I try to kind of ingrain some of that in it. And it really just kind of leads me.
That's one of the things I admire most about you, because you do it, and you kind of referenced this in an earlier question, talking about just finding those similarities and showing love to everyone, regardless of if your beliefs are the same or if you're on the same path. I think that, to me, is such a shining example of Christianity, of being so accepting. And that's one of the things I appreciate most about you. And there is never a time that I've ever questioned what your faith is or how strongly you're tied to that. And I think that, what an amazing testament. Did you grow up in the church too, and then you like committed at 19, or was this like a personal decision?
No, I mean, it was, like, my family always held those values, and I started going with friends when I was, I'd say probably in high school.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would go, my friends, we had vacation Bible school.
Yeah.
And so, we'd go and just have fun times, but it got to the point where I went a couple years, and like, they started teaching the classes. I'm like, I want to teach the classes.
Yeah.
And then they told me that I couldn't because I didn't go. I'm like, well, I'm going to go.
Well, now I know. Yeah.
And then so, I went for probably 2 or 3 years, and then, the Lord just started speaking to me, and like every lesson, I was like, oh, it started to apply to something in my life, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh gosh, what's going on here? And then, I was driving home one day, and it just like boom hit me, and like, I need to make that commitment to Christ and have a deeper relationship, and it's really been something that has been ongoing, and since then, really, I mean, it's you know,
It's grown.
It's
and you
it's
carry
it's
it,
it's
yeah.
grown, and like, you know, I've grown in roles in the church, and really trying to be a better witness all around.
Yeah.
Really.
So I thought that was going to be your answer. The only other option I have for it were sweets. You are unapologetically passionate about dessert.
I am. I'm very, very passionate about dessert, as we have.
As you can see.
We have macarons from Sugar Pie Bakery.
Sugar pie. 12 years I've known you.
Shout out.
And I knew, I was like, should I put a countdown on? Should we have like the sugar pie countdown in the corner of how long it was going to take you?
We're going to take a tally.
You are, if you're making this a drinking game, then Sugar Pie Bakery should be your next turn of phrase. You love Sugar Pie Bakery so much. You love sweets so much. I'm going to kind of go off track here a little bit and say, what is your favorite dessert?
You know, people ask me this quite a bit.
People ask you this all the time. And I feel like I know, but I don't know if it's changed.
Okay. Well, we could go multiple ways with this, because if you're going to ask me like what I get as my birthday cake every year,
okay,
I get a red velvet birthday cake.
That was my guess actually for your favorite.
So they have the best red velvet.
Cream cheese frosting.
Cream cheese frosting.
So delicious.
Anybody that gets buttercream on red velvet, it's wrong.
No, it's
I'm
wrong.
sorry, it's wrong.
I feel it. It's not even a hot take. It's just a take. It's wrong.
It's just wrong.
Wholeheartedly.
And so I would probably say that the biggest crowd pleaser, like if you're going to ask Adam Stollings, what's your favorite dessert? I'm going to probably say cheesecake, because like I feel like you can elevate a cheesecake to a certain level to where it's just like.
Yeah. So are you like plain cheesecake, or do you like a little raspberry puree, some chocolate, strawberry, like?
You know, I like. Here, my friend got a pumpkin cheesecake.
I made pumpkin cheesecake at Thanksgiving, and it was a big hit.
Yeah. So I like. I mean, I'd like regular plain New York chocolate cheesecake, but I mean, I like a little flavor.
Jazz it up a little bit. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm just very proud because my guess was red velvet cake, so I'm proud that.
I've had red velvet cheesecake too. So
ooh, red velvet.
It's pretty good.
It is pretty good. Ooh, delish.
Yeah. So. And then we got some today. We got almonds and cookies and cream max. it's a perfect tea time.
Perfect tea time special. I know cookies and cream is my favorite.
They're made with egg whites, so it's like a gram of protein in each one.
I mean, health and fitness. Follow me for more health tips.
That's right.
Yeah, these are beautiful. They are gorgeous. I'm very excited to have them. So we're gonna hop in. Oh no, I've got one more. If your life had a soundtrack.
Oh.
What would be playing right now?
Okay.
You said you had an answer.
I do have an answer.
Because this was like the toughest question, I think.
I do. And so I had to actually think about this one prior. And I'm like, it's got to be something fun, because I think I'm a fun personality. Yeah. But so there was a song. I'm like, no, I think it's this one. There's a song by Larry Fleet called Things I Take for Granted. Okay. And
is this a country song? Is this a gospel song?
Obviously a country song. Listen to my voice.
I know. You know what I'm saying to say, like, is this like an R&B song? Yeah. Things I Take for Granted.
It's actually, it's Teddy Swims song from like his sweet voice.
I love Teddy Swims.
I do too. I wish I could think of a Teddy song.
Oh my gosh.
But no, this song is actually... it's talking about, he's like on his drive home. Okay. And he's talking about all the things he takes for granted.
I have heard this.
And it's like, you know, he got 3 green lights in a row. Yeah. And he's got a family at home that loves him. Yeah. And so as I've aged to 34 now, I think I think about, trying to be present, right? Yeah. And thinking about, okay, well, no matter what we're going through, there's things to be appreciative of and to be proud of. Yeah. And so like, trying to be present, and then like even when you get upset, just thinking like, okay, well, yeah, that sucks, but also I have this, and this that's going awesome.
Exactly.
In my life.
I love that. We talked to Ava Reed a couple weeks ago, and one of the things she said is all about your mindset, right? Mm-hmm. And I know in certain circumstances it is very difficult to have a positive mindset, but if you can wake up thinking about the things that are going to go well in the day and not just everything that this is advice to myself. I mean, not everything that you have to do or everything that like you didn't get done the day before, or the meetings that you have that you don't necessarily want to have to go to, or a project that needs to be completed. It's all about how you frame it and how you look at the world. If you see the positives, you see those green lights, or you see the 2 red lights.
Yeah,
I think that's so interesting. Okay, that makes a cut then. So we've had requests to do like an old school mix CD with all
Oh,
the
wow.
songs from people that we've had on the show.
Okay.
And so far so good. Everybody has
Okay.
had like kind of a banger or like something that really makes you think or
Okay.
okay. So you can stay on the list. You can stay on the
Okay.
soundtrack. I love it. So next up we're going to get into some more personal questions, and I want to go back to talking about your faith a little bit.
Okay.
How has it shaped the way, as we have those red lights in life, how has your faith shaped the way that you approach challenges, whether it's like at work or personally, in these communities where you are seeing and sometimes like poverty or loss of opportunity work-wise? How has your faith helped to kind of ground you and push you through those?
I think it's a situation to where I'm able to go in and just have like a real conversation with a lot of these people.
Yeah.
Because they have had a pretty rough time, and
Yeah.
like I think it's just reminding them of like, hey, this is the situation now, but this doesn't have to be your situation in the future,
Right. Yeah.
And I always believe that God's got a plan for whatever's ahead, right? And like, as I think back, like years, like even when, I was at Main Street and then, waiting and then eventually getting this job.
Yeah.
And I think I was like, there were times that I wanted to leave Main Street and like, I love the experience that I got there. But, I worked there 8 years.
Yeah.
And now I look back, I'm like, if I did not stay, I wouldn't have this job.
Right.
And like, there's other decisions that you look back on. And so I always try to take that mindset into the community and be like, okay, well, you may have made some decisions that have not been good, right? But that doesn't mean that there's something that can't result from this.
Right.
And like, I've been on projects where, I've been there in the beginning and people have they have maybe not involved me as much as they probably should have throughout the process, and then I'll get a call and they'll say, hey, we got this, and like, this is the situation. And I'm just like,
Wow.
yeah, okay, like, but it'd been nice to know that about 6 months ago, but like, let's see what we can do, right?
What we can do now. Let's see
and honestly, like, it's something will be in my mind, like there will be a grant or something that has just crossed the desk in front of me. I'm like, actually, while that news kind of sucks, actually this year is perfect for you.
Yeah.
And so just having that mindset of always just, you don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to work good for whatever's to come.
Yeah.
Right?
I love that so much because so much of faith is having faith in timing.
Yeah.
I think that's so much of that, and knowing that there is a bigger plan for you, as you said, and just being faithful in that the timing will work out. Had you left earlier, maybe you wouldn't be in this role, and you gained experience from it, and now you're more appreciative of it, which is wonderful. And I think that we want everything to rush and be on our own timeline, and we need to realize that we may not necessarily be the ones in control of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
I think that's so interesting. Yeah.
We are given that free will to screw up as much as we want.
Yeah.
But as we know,
we use it.
we certainly do. But we're imperfect people, and so like, at the end of the day, like, we're going to, whether we like it or not, it's going to work out.
Yeah. And I think there's safety and security. We talked about safety, security, and comfort in being in a smaller town. There's safety, security, and comfort in faith, and knowing that, people say everything happens for a reason. However you want to put it, if you believe in this higher power and you believe that you are a piece of a puzzle and not necessarily always fully in control of everything, there is a level of comfort to that.
And that's not to say, like, we have a say, right?
Right.
And it's like we
can ignore it.
Yeah, we can ignore it, but also like, use your gifts and what you're able to do. Like, you're hosting this wonderful podcast to get the word out.
To get the word out.
Get the word.
Yeah.
To spread some good news.
I mean, I try. Well, and we were talking about like the guests that, people that came before you and people that are coming after you, and really, I mean, everybody's got their thing, right?
Yeah.
And that's and there's so many people doing so many amazing things, whether they're huge or small or life-changing for one person or life-changing for a million people. Like, I want to share those stories, and I think that's what you're doing every day with your work with USDA and your faith. You're changing the lives of this younger generation and giving them a trusted adult that they can talk to every Wednesday, whether they like it or not. They have that mentor figure. But you're also working with these communities to say, how can we rebuild, or how can we build, start from the scratch, in some instances. I love that. Speaking of the communities, what's something you've learned from them, and being from a small community that you wish people understood a little bit better, like that people are overlooking the niche or the beauty of these smaller towns?
So what, like outsiders are overlooking
I
of
think
these?
like outsiders are overlooking, especially with sort of the stigma and stereotype that West Virginia has. People are looking at cities like Morgantown and Charleston and Huntington to like stand up for West Virginia, but I think so much of our beauty is found in our small towns.
Absolutely.
So what do you think people are overlooking that we can really help to shine?
Honestly, I've done all our stuff here in Charleston. Honestly, I think Charleston's a lot different from the smaller communities.
I agree. Yeah.
The smaller communities I work in, it's honestly that fight and that passion, and
they're scrappy.
Yeah, they're a scrappy bunch, and then also just how much they actually care.
Yeah.
And it's like most of them. Yeah, do you have people who don't want to work together?
Yeah.
Sure, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Right?
Yeah.
But like for the most part, it's a community. They want to work together, and they're working unified to actually get something done.
Yeah.
And like
awesome.
they don't, most of them don't care who does it. They just want to see good for the community.
Yeah.
Right?
And they don't care who gets credit for it.
Yeah, they don't.
They're
Not
like,
at all.
Just get it done.
Yeah. And it's just like, you have a $40,000 project in one small town of like 400, and that's like $1 million project to them.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's the best thing ever, and they're just there to celebrate.
I love it. Yeah.
So,
I think that's great. Is they appreciate the small things too.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. Let's talk basketball. Your passion.
I love that we have a basketball question.
Oh my God.
This will be the only basketball question on this podcast.
The only basketball question we will ever have on this pod. This might be the only like sports ball question. So we went to a NASCAR race over Memorial Day weekend. Like I'm not a NASCAR person, but I really love
this past Memorial.
Oh yeah, we've gone the past 2 years. Like
so
a few weeks
went
ago.
to Charlotte.
We were at Charlotte. Yeah, and we were right after the whole like and we were there last year during Memorial Day. So you would think I would have like a driver. No, they like go fast, they turn left. I don't know. This guy comes over as we're tailgating, and he's like, all right, everybody. Like, he's putting fake mics in our faces. And he's like, who's your favorite driver? And I'm like listening to everybody. He gets to me, and I'm like, I just really hope everybody has a great time. I don't know. I like panicked.
I hope all 40 drivers win today.
I hope everyone wins. And then they all celebrate together. I don't know. It was, it's just very long.
Yeah.
I did not sit for the entire race.
It is NASCAR's longest race.
Longest race. It is. It gets longer every year.
No,
do they add 100 more laps on every year?
They don't.
Feels like it.
So me and my friends, like we've done it for like the last 10 years, go down to the Darlington, South Carolina race. And I'm sure that this is probably your favorite part too, is people watching.
Yes, that is my favorite part. I just blew Ben's ears out with the mic. Screaming, but it is my favorite part.
And they like to, they're waving them on.
Oh my gosh.
Waving them on.
I saw so many people with their shirts off, just like giving it hell. It was amazing though. I do love the people watching. I like to count how many patriotic overall sets that we see.
You know what the best thing I've ever seen at a NASCAR race?
What?
I was sitting there. This is probably one of our first years. There's a lady knitting a blanket in the middle of the race.
I mean, I get it. If I knew how to knit, I probably would have done it myself.
I was like, she's having herself a day.
This is the way she wants to enjoy it, and we're going to do that. I will say, Ben Robinson has a pair of patriotic overall jorts.
I didn't know where we were going
and
with that.
a knitting set.
A pair of what?
No, he has a pair of overall jorts if you would like to borrow them at any time. I think you guys can he can drop them off at the gym.
Yes.
But we're back to basketball. You've got a love for basketball. I want to be like kind of serious and say, what does the game taught you, blah, blah, blah. But I also kind of don't care. I really want to know, like, why are you obsessed with basketball? Where did this start? Did you play in high school? And then we're going to also talk about the challenges you do at Planet Fitness.
Okay. All
right. So what's your basketball history?
The basketball history, like, I don't know. I just always grew up playing it. I did not play in school. But I've always been super competitive, and so it was kind of my outlet.
Yeah,
right? And like we always have to have that outlet, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And so for me, it's always kind of been basketball, to where I can just like kind of escape.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so I've done that growing up and still like play 2 or 3 times a week.
I love that. That's so pure.
Yeah.
So Colin, our son, he plays basketball all the time
Yeah, where's he
as
play
well. Yeah, in Morgantown.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I was like, where is there another place to play?
I mean, he'll be in town next week. You know, if you guys want to do a pickup game.
Oh, I'll tell him, hit me up.
I'll tell him to hit you up. So you also see Ben all the time, your favorite Robinson at Planet Fitness. I'm only doing this, one, Planet Fitness, so you want to throw a sponsorship at your girl, go for it. But 2, if anyone sees you and your coworker filming videos, right? Is it your coworker that you film with?
My coworker, Kelly Lilly.
Kelly, yes. You guys do these like insane challenges. They're insane to me because I'm like, the challenge myself is to get on a treadmill. Actually to like walk through the doors at Planet Fitness. That's my challenge.
Yeah.
Where did this come about? Like, how did it start? Because it's been going on like kind of a long time.
I mean, I got to give her all the credit on that because she's like, hey, like, we should try this. And then like, so we tried one. And then I'm like, okay, this is pretty funny. And then I'm kind of the type of person like, I want to see if I can do that.
Yeah.
And so
knew it.
we have a folder now saved on Instagram of like reels, and like people will send them to her or me. And so we're like, okay, well, let's see if we can do this. And like, I'm up for all of them.
You're up for the challenge, yeah.
And it's just a fun time to really just challenge yourself.
It's honestly,
see if you
it's
can
fun
do
to
it.
watch. It's hilarious.
And they're hilarious.
They're
seeing us do them.
Yeah, they're really funny, especially some of the like really difficult ones. I'm like, there's no way they're going to be.
Yeah, I'm sitting there struggling.
Yeah, but you got it though. You got it. All right, coming up next, we are going to pour one out. So you are going to show appreciation for someone, something, give somebody their flowers, as we like to call it. Who would you like to share that gratitude for today?
Probably. I mean, there's a couple people that I work with that I don't think people really see what they do.
Yeah. Unsung heroes.
Yeah. So there's Marlene Spalding in the town of Kermit.
Kermit, what a good name.
Yeah, and so she has worked with me on quite a few projects, and so she's the executive director of an organization called Able Families.
Oh yes, yeah, I've heard of that organization. That's amazing.
And so Marlene not only just does great stuff in her regular job, but she's totally just volunteering her time, doesn't have to help with these certain projects, and so she's just been awesome. And then also someone probably that I could not have done my job without is just in general the West Virginia Grant Resource Center.
Oh,
but
they're our neighbors.
Are they really?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh wow. And then, but specifically, Priscilla Santos is the one that I always work with, and Priscilla always gets calls from me. It's like, hey, I got this project, and she's like, oh yeah, no, like what now? Yeah. She's awesome, and always takes my call, and
they are phenomenal.
Yeah.
They help so many people and organizations. I don't think anybody realizes how many projects they actually touch and help guide.
And it's free.
And it's absolutely free. Yes, they are. We are filming at Charleston Area Alliance, as y'all know. They are our neighbors, and their claim to fame that they say is that they have the best snacks in the building.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I don't know. I'm like, it looks a little dark over there, but yeah, they're absolutely amazing. I know I've worked with them before as well. I'm so glad that you're pouring one out for them because they fully deserve it.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah. All right, sip list, hot or iced tea?
I'm very passionate about my tea.
You are so passionate about your tea. And Adam did bring us delicious loose leaf tea, and I don't have my little thingy. I don't know what it was called. Tea
steeper?
submerger.
A steeper.
My tea submarine, that's what I want to call it.
In the summer I like an iced tea, and then in the winter I like a hot tea.
Like a hot tea. Iced tea, hot, sweet or unsweet?
Unsweet.
Unsweet.
Yeah, unsweet. Because, you brew your own, and people always say, oh, you want sugar? No,
you want to taste the leaves.
Plain. Okay. Let me taste the leaf water.
You're getting your sweets elsewhere, so you don't need it in your
Exactly.
tea. Yeah.
Exactly.
What are you said you weren't reading anything. No. What are you reading or listening to?
Pretty much the only thing I ever read is the Bible for the lessons that I teach
for your
kids.
youth group lessons.
And it's some personal growth.
Yes.
Listening to, we mentioned him, listening to Teddy Swims a lot.
So good.
Gosh, that man's got a voice on him.
He has the voice of an angel.
He does.
We've seen him.
He does.
We've seen him perform live, and he cried during the show, and I also cried.
I was gonna say he probably would make me cry.
I mean, it was so good.
But just an assortment of just different country artists.
Lots of country artists. Yeah. What are you grateful for?
Sure. I'm just grateful to be here today, Morgan.
I'm grateful to have you. What are you watching?
I just started watching, was it the Jack Ryan series on Amazon?
Oh, yes. John
Yeah,
Krasinski. Yes,
yeah.
I need to watch the new season of that.
I didn't know.
So good.
I didn't know Jim had those moves.
Listen, Jim is no longer at the office.
He is not.
He is, yes, fine.
So obviously The Office is always on repeat.
So good, yeah.
And it's it's the NBA playoffs. So
Oh my
watching
God. Back to the sports
basketball.
ball. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Rooting for anyone specific?
no, my team got beat earlier,
Oh,
so
I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Boo.
But
Who would you like to spill the tea with? Local, national, living, dead? We don't discriminate. Your choice.
I would probably say my great grandma, just because
I love that. Yes.
like we were close, and then she passed. When I was, I would say, was I still a teenager? I was probably still a teenager, but just to have a different conversation now as an adult.
As an adult, yeah.
I mean,
What was her name?
her name was Nora.
Nora.
Yeah.
Beautiful name.
And so there's all kinds of celebrities that you could choose. But,
Yeah. But I think that's what an opportunity, though, to be
Yeah.
able to do that. I love that.
Yeah.
Nice. So next up, we are going to pass the cup, where you get to ask me a question. Yeah. Which makes me like a little bit nervous because you know me very well. I like it when people don't know me and they're just like, oh, here's an easy one.
I'll take it easy on you.
No, you can be hard. It's fine.
No, it's okay.
All right, I'm ready.
We're gonna put your community developer hat on.
Oh, okay, I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay, so we've worked in all areas of Charleston together. So if there was one project in Charleston or one thing you could do in Charleston, what would it be?
I'm going to go with something that is existing that I would like to complete and then add on to.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay.
I would like to make the Capitol Sports Complex happen. We work a lot with Shawnee Sports Complex, and I've seen it's such a jewel for the community, the sports complex, because it helps the people that we have at home, right? They're working with AARP and, providing exercise things for seniors. They have a space for families together. They have, opportunities for teams and for, people to come in and play, for people just to walk their dogs. Like, it's such a beautiful space. But then they're also bringing in these huge tournaments, which is creating such a huge economic impact for hotels, restaurants, retail, and really just pouring money back into the community. So if we could replicate that and have that for indoor sports in Charleston, and then utilize, I know the mall is the thing everybody wants to yell about all the time, but if we
There's a mall in Charleston?
Oh my God.
I haven't heard.
But ideally, I would love to see, and I'm not an expert, so I don't know if we have the population that could support
You're
it.
an expert today with this question.
If I was on Facebook, I'd be an expert, yeah. But so we have the complex here, and then where the mall exists, have that be different entities that feed into that sports complex.
Okay.
So, maybe something like a Dave & Buster's. So you have these families coming in.
You've been reading the Facebook comments, haven't you?
I hope not. Oh my God. But just things, a sporting goods store. So if somebody leaves their cleats at home or needs something, and but a mixed use space that meets the research needs of the community. I am, as I said, I'm not an expert, so I don't know what we actually need. We need a feasibility study. We need all of these things to happen. But in my little dream world, I just think that would be such a cool opportunity.
I love that because, I obviously working on projects in these communities, and they'll post about a building or something, and you see the comments, and I'm like, you just don't understand how this works at all.
No, it doesn't.
It's like in downtown Logan, they're like, we need this massive chain. And I'm like, we need sheets in downtown Logan.
Oh my gosh, it is. It's hard.
We're putting a Buc-ee's on 119.
Listen, don't get me started on Buc-ee's. I have a thing. I'm not very.
But that's good though. So that actually we have it's an ongoing kind of joke, but not really a joke, because we have child care is a priority of ours.
Yes.
And so I always jokingly say, I'm like, the children are our future.
The
and it's
children
like,
are.
and it's like,
it takes a village to raise
I'm
them.
like, while they're, and I was like, the children are our future, and there's no future without our children. But also, it kind of goes back to like what I always said, like when I was growing up, everyone told me to leave.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, I want to stay here.
Right.
And it's like, if we tell everyone to leave, then who's going to
Then
build it
who's
up,
actually
right?
going to be here to, yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Give them a reason to stay.
Yes, give them a reason to stay. And I think that's it, you know, and when I say things like Dave & Buster's, it doesn't have to be. It could be a local version of that,
Yeah.
you know? Like, I'm just seeing people coming in, because I've seen it at Shawnee, you know, the car or the parking lot overflowing with cars. People just, you know, yearning for entertainment.
Yeah.
And they have a great relationship with the Clay Center, a great relationship with the Dirty Birds. So we're like giving them tickets and bringing them into Charleston. So being able to recreate that for these other sports, for indoor sports, that just doubles, triples, quadruples the market and allows us to continue to feed. So maybe these people aren't living here right now, but they are visiting here. They are spending money here. Hey, Ray. We are just wrapping up this one. Can I have about 5 minutes?
5 more minutes.
Thank you.
Sorry.
So, yeah, so I know that there are so many things attached to that, but that would be what I would like to see.
That's a great answer.
Thanks, man. I tried. I put my community development hat on for you. Yeah.
It was great.
So we talk about last sip, one of my favorite parts of the show, which is where I repeat something that I found doom scrolling Instagram at night, usually, if it's not one of your workout videos. No, I find something, you know, something I found interesting or stuck with me, and sometimes I feel like it matches with the vibe of the convo, sometimes it doesn't. This one kind of does. It goes along with your song.
Oh.
Okay. It's all about kind of finding the good. So the last tip today is, it's easy to be thankful for the good stuff. The real flex is to be grateful for everything that didn't go your way, knowing that it helped you become the person that you are today.
Well, that meshed pretty well.
I was like, am I psychic? Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I thought that meshed pretty well. So be thankful. What is the Garth Brooks song? I think God Fred answered prayers.
Oh, yeah.
Old throwback. I'm not
Look
a
at-
new
look-
country person.
Look at you.
Not a new country person, but
90s
you
country.
give me 90s country,
90s country.
every day.
There it
I know
is.
it. Karaoke all night. But it's true. Like, you know, there's so many times that we're like hoping and wishing and praying for something to happen. And what we don't realize is that that's not what is best for us, or that's not what's going to be meant to be, or the timing isn't right now. Oh, wonderful. Anything else? Did we leave any stone unturned?
I think all the stones are overturned.
Beautiful. Well, Adam, thank you so much for having tea with me.
It's about time.
We'll do a little cheers with our sweets.
Okay, I'm gonna, since you like
Oh, yeah.
Okay, do-
I mean, I like them all, but yeah.
the almond ones.
Yeah. I mean, it's delicious. It's
Yeah.
sugar pie. There you go.
There you go.
If you're drinking again.
I still have like all the videos from 12 years ago of us eating sweets together.
Oh my God. We have so many sweets videos. Oh my Lord. We need to bring that back. We don't. I'll be diabetic. Anyhoozle. Thank you so much for joining me today, Spill Tea. I know we've been trying to do this for a minute, but I feel like the timing was right on this one as well. Very excited to hear more and see more of the work that you're doing for USDA. Not excited to play basketball with you, so I won't be doing that, but always excited to eat sweets and to share a conversation.
Same. Looking forward to our next convo.
Yay! If you liked what you saw today, if you found something sweet in this conversation, then give us a like, subscribe, give us a share, and let me know who you want to have tea with. I'd love to hear that. Until next time, keep your tea sweet and your outlook sweeter.